Hello friends and welcome to our channel. Studying together is fun.
Okay, so today let's look at algebra.
Sure.
So you have studied algebra earlier?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so it's a branch of mathematics and it has a very ancient origin. So the word algebra has come from an Arabic term, and you are interested in history, right?
I am.
So you will find out more about algebra.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
The history of algebra?
Yes. So we can, that is interesting actually, so we can discuss it.
In our next session?
Yes.
Okay, sure. I'll find out.
Let's move on.
Constants and variables. What are those?
Yeah, so far you have seen only the numbers. 2, 3, right?
Yes.
So these are constants. The number of 2 will always remain 2. The value of 3 will always remain 3. And if you have to do 2 plus 3, the only part you don't know is the answer.
But now I know the answer because I have calculated it.
Right, so 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. That's similarly, if there are some unknowns, we call them variables.
Okay.
And they are represented by any of the alphabets.
Any of them?
Yes.
I
you
thought
can
it
have
was just X and Y.
No, you can have it as any alphabet you like.
Okay.
But X is the most favorite.
But why is it?
I don't know why people like X the most.
Okay.
You can use X, Y, Z, any alphabet that you like.
Okay.
Okay? Now, so just think these alphabets also as a number. Right? Only thing is you don't know the value. And these are called variables.
Yes. So their value can vary.
Right.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. And they are also called literals.
Literals. Interesting.
Yeah, so if I say that a rectangular field, okay, the breadth or the length is twice the breadth. So how you can write it? You can write breadth as x, then the length will be 2x.
Yeah,
So,
but it will be 2 into x.
Right. So the way you do with the numbers, you can do 2 plus 3 in the numbers. Here you can write a plus b or x plus y. You have to do 2 minus 1. Again, here you can write a minus b.
Okay.
2 into 3, you can write as a into b, but we write it as ab. We don't write multiplication symbol. If you are writing two of them next to each other, that means these are multiplied.
Okay, are there any other ways?
Yeah, you can also write them as a dot b. That also means multiplication. Even this means multiplication.
My God, so many ways of representing the same thing.
Right. So the way you do 2 divided by 3 or 2 upon 3, here you can write a upon b. Okay.
Understood.
So whatever operations you can do on the constants or numbers, you can do here on the literals as well.
Okay.
Okay, and let me tell you a few more things that will help you. So in your arithmetic, you have 2 plus 3. This is same as 3 plus 2.
Yeah, this is called the additive
property.
Additive property.
So this is also applicable for
Variables.
a plus b will be same as b plus
A.
a. Similarly, 3 into 2 was same as 2 into 3.
So it will be same as A into B. AB or BA is same.
Right. Similarly, if I used to do 3 into 2 plus 3, what does it mean? 3 into 2
Hmm.
plus 3 into 3.
Yes.
Now if I do 3a plus b,
Hmm.
so this is 3 into a or 3a
Hmm.
plus 3b.
Oh, okay.
So now you understand that like all the operations and all the rules that you used to follow will be followed here as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So what is the advantage of using these
Yeah.
variables?
That is also something which I was wondering.
Yeah, so the advantage is that if you don't know something, you can still write a generic equations.
But how will it help us in real life?
So for example, you don't know the price of apple.
And
Okay.
I went to buy an apple.
Yeah, so you want me to take another example here? So say for example, what I asked you to buy is 3 apples plus 2 bananas.
So I have to buy 5 fruits in altogether.
Right. Now, what I told you is the price of apple is twice the price of banana.
But I don't know the price of banana.
Yeah. So how will you write it in a generalized form? So if x is the price of banana, right?
2x will be the price of the apple.
Yes. Now apple will be, let me try to draw it. So apple will be 2x. Okay. So now, what I have asked you? 3. So this is the total that you need. Is it right? Now the value of x can change, but this equation will always, or this expression will be always true. So this is a generic representation of that.
Okay.
Okay. Let me move on.
Sure.
Exponent or power? Okay. So this is not the power you get when you drink Horlicks, huh? 2 into 2. You know what this is?
4.
4. But we can also write it as 2 square.
Is it 22?
No, it's 2 square. That means 2 times
A
we are
square?
multiplying 2.
Okay.
So this is applicable for a variable as well. A into A is A square.
Okay.
Which this 2 is called power, or it is also called exponent. Or you can also say that this is exponential.
So is this all the A means in algebra? Do we have only 2 or square as the exponent, or we have many?
It can be anything.
Oh,
It can be A.
can it be A raised to the power 100?
It can be even A raised to the power infinite. So this is A to the power 6. Okay.
And this.
Now let me do a quick check.
Oh, tap.
Can you write it the exponential form
Yes.
and tell me the power?
Okay.
Let me change the ink.
Color. I would like yellow.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I've got the equal to sign here. How many x's are there? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I think it will be a x raised to the power 4.
Yes, and what's the power here?
4.
Right. I think you got it.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
Sure.
Term and coefficient of term. Let me change the ink. So what is a term? Now you have seen individually each variable and constant. Now these, for example, These can be written like this to form a algebraic expression. Okay.
Oh, what? This means like when we add something, some sets of variables or constants, it turns into a algebraic expression.
It's not only addition; it can be any of those operations. Okay.
Multiplication, division, and subtraction.
Yeah. So these are the terms.
Okay.
So just think that as you have learned in your English, first thing are your alphabets, right? Then you start making words. Or if you have learned in Hindi, what you used to write was akshar and then a matra. That makes it something like this, right? So here you have learned 3, which was a constant, and then you have learnt a literal. So this has made it 3x, or it can be 3xy square, kind of a word. So which are called terms.
Okay.
So each of these are terms, and this whole is a algebraic expression.
Okay.
So you now know the names of every.
So, can I get the pen, please?
You want me to change the ink for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, is this only a term, or is can these two together be a term?
No. Each one of them are a term.
So, is this applicable for minus sign too? Like, we leave the minus sign behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is applicable for any of these. 3x square y minus xy. So this is a term. This is a term.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you remember what were the factors?
Yeah.
What were
The factors are, suppose 7 into 8 is equal to 56. So 7 and 8 are some of the factors of 56.
Right. So they are the parts of which it is made up of. So you have taken example of number. Now if I see 3x square y, it is made up of 3 into x into y. Right? Now if I ask you that what is the coefficient of 3x square y?
I have no idea.
Okay, so you have seen these are the parts. Now, if I ask the coefficient of 3 in this term, what it will be? You exclude 3 because that is what I have asked and tell me the remaining things.
So we can forget about 3 and tell
x square y is
coefficient of
3. So that means 3 multiplied by x square y will give me 3x square y. So let me do a quick check.
Okay.
E square q r square.
Okay.
Can you please tell me the coefficient of t? The coefficient of p in this term?
Okay. Not p. Only p.
Yeah, only p.
Not p square.
Not p square.
So if I break it down, then it would be p into p into q into r into r.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I exclude p, then it would be p.
Can you write it down?
Yes.
Please.
Okay.
Under it. That is more logical, right?
Here.
Put equal to here.
Okay, here. So it would be p q r square. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Now let's see what are the algebraic expressions and equations. So you have already seen an algebraic expression.
Yeah.
So all this is a algebraic expression.
Now what is the equation?
So if I put a equal to sign and put some number here, then this becomes a equation.
Okay.
Okay, so we have equated the value of this.
Understood.
Okay, and algebraic expression was this, and once you have put a equal to, it has become equation.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you please change the ink color for me?
Yeah.
So I have seen in some books. I know this sign stands for equal to, and what does this sign and this sign stand for?
Okay.
I'll write them separately here.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. I thought my handwriting is very bad.
So, what does this mean? You have a equal to and then this cut here. That means this is not equal to.
Okay.
Okay.
So if I put a cut in the above equation, it means that it is not equal to 60.
It is not equal. Okay, and when you are doing is equal to or greater than. You remember these signs of greater than and less than? So these are actually in equation. So if I write 3x square or plus 4y plus 6 is greater than 50, then this is not an equation, this is an inequation. Okay.
So when we put equal to sign, that is only equation.
Right. And the two sides of the equation, you represent them as this. On the left is left hand side.
Okay.
All that which is on left of the equal to. And all that which is on the right side of the equal to is right hand side.
Okay, understood. But why do we do this?
So we will try to solve these equations to get the value.
Okay, it makes it easier.
It makes it easier. So we'll see that in the coming chapters. That how we solve an equation and how we get the values of the unknown.
Okay, sure.
So, any question here or can we move ahead?
Move ahead.
So you don't have any questions? I have questions for you.
Okay.
There are some revision questions for you. So we'll do these questions and we'll discuss in our next session. And also go through the questions in your book because this is something new. You need to give some time to it and do all the questions. If there are any doubts, then let me know.
And in the next session, we'll discuss the answers.
Yes.
And in the next session, I will tell the history of algebra too.
Right. Okay. And friends who are watching this video, you also go through the questions from your book, and if you find anything interesting or if there is any question which you want us to discuss, then just put it in the comments and we'll take it up in our next session. So, happy algebraic. Bye-bye.
Bye.